Okay, I'm back outside Highgate Cemetery in North London. It's the final resting place of George Michael. I made a video here in September 2020 where I filmed his unmarked grave. That video's actually gone past 1 million views now. At some point I'll do a video just talking about that, just talking about the reaction to the video. Today I'm going to show you George Michael's London home. It's located very close to the cemetery. The house was built in 1688, but it was rebuilt in the 1930s. George Michael bought the house in 2002 for £7.65 million. It's since been sold for £19 million. If you're looking for the house, you just need to come up the hill. I think there's only about a half-mile walk to his house. Once you reach the top of the hill, there'll be like a Highgate Square, I guess, in front of you. You just turn left there. Carry on for maybe a quarter of a mile and you'll reach the Grove, which will be on your right. And his house is just opposite the park there. Near the top of the hill now, and you can see into the cemetery here. Have you ever had anybody try to jump the gate?
You okay?
Yeah. Have you ever had anybody try to jump the gate?
Yes, a few people.
Yeah, you caught them?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to walk about now and I'll just keep filming and I'll add things as I remember them. You've got the flask in here. Apparently this was George Michael's favourite pub. They say it's haunted. There's two ghosts there. One's a barmaid that used to work there, and she hung herself in the cellar. Dick Turpin is also said to have been somebody who used to come here. He was like a legendary highwayman. George Michael's house is just across the road here. Annie Lennox used to live in the house before him. And Sting and Jude Law have also lived there. Okay. This park's been closed off now because fans were coming here. And there used to be a shrine over there. Kate Moss lived next door to him. And she had the ladder in her garden so she could cross over into his garden for pool parties. Forgot to mention Keats and Shelley, the famous poets, used to drink here as well. I'll just mention here, George Michael didn't actually die in this house. He passed away in Goring-on-Thames, which is a village, I think it's about an hour or two away from London. And there it is. After George Michael passed away, the house was being rented out for £15,000 a week to A-list celebrities, but it's now been sold. Apparently the new owner is a big fan of George Michael.
My winning the Paul's home, so. Is this George Michael's house?
It is, yeah. This one here, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know which
Yeah.
one it was. I knew.
Yeah. It's been sold for £19 million now.
Really?
Yeah, 19.
We'll get two of those, eh? I'm bargain, eh?
When the news broke that George Michael had passed away, his fans and residents of this area started turning up outside the house. And this Range Rover was actually still parked here, and people were just piling flowers on top of it. And I'm standing just in front of where the shrine was. Fans made a shrine here between these two trees. But I think the residents weren't happy about so many fans coming here, so the shrine was removed and they've actually blocked off this little park here, as you can see. When George Michael had his health scare in 2011, when he collapsed just before going on stage in Austria, he almost died actually. He was suffering from pneumonia. When he recovered, he came back to this house in London, and he did a press conference right here. I'll show you the parts of the press conference now. He was standing just in front of a Christmas tree, which would have been about here, I think.
It's basically by far the worst month of my life, but I'm incredibly fortunate to be here, and incredibly fortunate to have picked up this bug where I did, because apparently the hospital in Austria that they rushed me to was absolutely the best place in the world I could have been to deal with pneumonia. I've been so lucky, and the fact that I still have plenty to live for. I have an amazing life, and if I wasn't spiritual enough before the last 4 or 5 weeks, then I certainly am now. Well, I'd say touch and go for a couple of weeks, and we played it down. I didn't want to worry my fans too much, and I'm really sorry that I couldn't contact them in any way before now, but I was really not in any state to. And I really, from the bottom of my heart, thank everybody who sent messages, and everybody in that IC unit that made sure that I'm still here today. I really can't say any more because I'm trying to get over the tracheotomy, so. Thank very Merry Christmas to everybody. Absolutely. I'm a new man. I really have to go, I'm sorry. I really do have to go. Thanks very much. Happy Christmas.
I didn't want to finish the video on too much of a low note, so here's some footage I took of Hampstead Heath, which was George Michael's favourite park. It's just a short distance away from his house.
I met an old man. I said, tell me your story. He took out a notepad and wrote something for me. Then he kept walking on down the road, and I watched him disappear like smoke. And I thought I'd just seen a ghost. Then I looked down at what he wrote. It said, son, when you grow up you'll be fine. I know you've got questions on your mind. Life is gonna happen